The place that I choose to visit is just 5 minutes drive from my home. It is a lake in Williams Landing. I usually pass by through this place very often, but I never paid attention to this lake the way I did now, and it is completely mind blowing. As soon as I went there, it was the beautiful view, as you can see, with the sunset, which was giving me a deep satisfaction of inner peace. I walked closer and closer to see the water and sun closely, and suddenly something really interesting just took my heart. I saw a lot of birds, white Pekin duck, a black swan. I saw a mother and a little boy feeding the birds and ducks. And I started feeling like I'm losing myself to this natural environment, which was mentioned in Pello's reading, A Pedagogy for Ecology. The birds were chirping, water was moving beautifully. I wondered why the water was moving in a certain direction. What was the science behind it? Is it the ducks inside the water which was affecting the water movement, or is it the wind? Inspired from the Pello's reading, I gave all my attention to the air, the sky, the sun, the birds and the ducks around me, the sounds of birds and the way they were eating. Pello mentioned about the lack of authentic engagement with the earth. So, considering that in mind, I wanted to explore this place with new perspectives and new eyes. I did something really amazing for the first time in my life. I feed one of the ducks with my hands, as you can see. I was filled with emotions like joy, nervousness, scared, excitement, but I loved the satisfaction that I got after feeding the duck. It was tickling my hand when I was feeding, and I wondered, does the duck knows about the pressure or force when she was picking the food from my hand with his beak? How was it so fast? Then I noticed the black swan who was trying to find the food on the ground with its smelling senses. Look at this, which was wonderful. As mentioned in the Ham and Boucher's reading, the lack of connection between humans and the earth and the need to rethink of the relationship between them is important. So I closely watched this white Pekin ducks, the way it was moving, the way it was making sound and the drinking water. Then I found something really interesting in the science behind the duck's movement in water. I watched this white duck's feed and was amazed that it's not still. It is continuously moving and pushing the water backward, and hence duck was moving forward. I realized that this is the same principle on which the boats or the rowboats work. I noticed this science in the environment and found that science is everywhere in the nature, and a lot of human inventions are based on that. As mentioned in the reading named Place, Matters of Concern and Pedagogy, that the places are not without an historical, political, or ethical context. So I started to think about the history of this lake. Like, is it old, or is it a man made lake or a natural lake? Just to look below the surface, to move slowly, and to know this place deeply. Then all of a sudden, this duck just took my attention as it was playing with water, dancing, and having fun, which was beautiful. Then I come across this tree with different colors of leaves, and I wondered why it has different leaves. Is it the science, or is it the weather behind the different colors of this leaf? And I also noticed some leaves on the ground. Overall, it was the best experience in exploring this place. I felt that I was completely lost in nature and the species around me at that moment, and I discovered a lot of science in the nature.